Krusty the Clown!
Whoa, Krusty!
Have you ever noticed how there are two phone books? What's the deal with that?
One's residential, the other is business.
Boo!
Krusty, the acoustics in here are
I
just...
appreciate the effort, kid, but there's only one thing left for me to do. I'm quitting show business. Comedy ain't funny anymore. You got some big chin schlub reading typos from the Palookaville Post.
Hey, I washed your hair.
What the hell are you laughing at? I'm just telling the truth.
And it's funny.
I'm proud to announce my triumphant return to comedy. So, I'm watching TV today.
Woo! TV!
There's nothing those Madison Avenue grave robbers won't do to get us to buy their crap. Who's with me?
From now on, I'm gonna be just like Krusty and tell it like it is. You're getting a little fat around the old thighs.
You're the fattest one in the car.
You didn't have to tell it like it is, Marge.
Excuse me, Krusty. We've been watching you mows all week. We think you'd be the perfect spokesman for our company's new sports utility vehicle, the Canyonero.
Krusty's not for sale. Two suits come up to me and ask me to endorse some new sports utility vehicle. Let me tell you, talk about roomy. The Canyonero is the Cadillac of automobiles.
You said you would never be a shill again.
It ain't comedy that's in my blood. It's selling out.
You know, we have a lot of expressions in the English language.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
What are we talking about?
Where'd that come from?
Most all of us use them every day.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means.
You know, we just say them as if they really made sense.
I mean, how silly is that?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
What the f*** is he talking about?
Yo, I am finding another second wind. Like, not just a second wind, another second wind. Because we had to redo this. I'm going behind the scenes, BTS. We had to redo this. You know who it is. You know what it is. It's me, Mario. Welcome to the Appraise the Phrase Show. Origins of everyday expressions again, where we're here to do three things. Unveil the origin, assess the meaning, confirm the meaning, and assess the value of common everyday phrases.
Hey, Mario.
Fucking up. Not fucking up. What's good, 20? Get off the phone.
Yo, what's good? No, I'm Gucci, man.
Are you Gucci, man? Because there's a they say there's a clone. All right.
There's a what? What's that?
They say Gucci Mane's a clone.
A clone? Oh, nah, man. Work. Nah, it's like, just chilling, brother. Everything's good, man. I'm happy to be here, man. I'm happy to get going, man. Great things in the future, got in store for the brand. Still taking advantage of opportunities. So if you got an opportunity for us, send it our way. We're going to definitely take advantage of it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Complete pivot from the previous 8 minutes ago check-in, which I can appreciate. Not trying to relive that. That was a very veteran move on your behalf.
We'll say that for PTS, bro.
Yeah, it's just a little BTS. Just a little BTS, which hopefully you get a glimpse of in the next episode. This is episode 14 of the season. Episode 15, dog, is our 100th episode.
So this is 99.
This 99. It's 99. Look at him. Shudder. It's 99. 100 next episode, man. And I'm excited for that to drop. So this episode is really just filler. So everything. No.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Let's just skip to the goddamn book.
Yeah, just get to the dictionary. See y'all next week.
See y'all boys next week. Tune in.
Never took the...
That's two. That's two.
Oh man, yeah, that was on the last one too, bro. That was a good one on the last one.
Hey, you
too.
was dog. I'm talking about heat check.
Listen,
man.
Listen, man. We was going in, man. So y'all definitely look forward stay after the credits.
Stay after the credits. We may throw something on there. Check Marvel Universe. No, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. I'm doing pretty good myself. But yeah, episode 99 of the entire franchise, episode 14 of the season, and I'm excited for it. It means it's almost the end of the season, and long time coming for our guest today, bro. Good friend of the family / family, more so family on one end and friend of the family on the other end, and we're going to try to mesh that together as we continue. So let's not wait. Let's not waste. Let's get right into it. Let's bring out founder, owner of Mental Peace Performance, the host of the Mental Health Playbook, Coach Trav, a.k.a. Travis Harmon, because the Travis Harmon part is secondary, is in the building. What up, Coach Trav?
Yo, what's going on, man? Happy to be here. Thank y'all for having me, man, on the 99th filler episode.
You feel me? We thought, hey, no better person to have on a filler episode than
right. It means a
somebody
lot, bro.
we can say, we put you on an episode, didn't we?
Just throw them in there, man. I'm happy to be here, bro. Like, for real. Like, thank y'all for having me, man. Dub being family, Mario, we growing in the family.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you. I know me and Dub go back since like 5 years old. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's been a long time coming, man. Another venture. We in this thing together, bro. Started out Redskins, Pee Wee football, middle school. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna bleep that out.
Graduated together in high school, and now I'm on the 99th episode. You feel me?
That shit. Hey, they happy you here, bro. They happy you here, man.
Yeah, bro.
They happy you here. Say more though before we hop into the phrase of the day. Say more about Mental Peace Performance. Tell folks about the Mental Health Playbook if they don't already know, and a little bit more about yourself, man. Briefly.
Man, I got you, man. Mental Peace Performance was started simply because I was out here coaching and training kids and football, man. But I felt like there was, we do a great job of, getting kids, like sending kids off to college, but we don't do a great job of preparing them to do what it takes to stay. Like, it breaks my heart every time the kid comes home. So, Mental Peace Performance was helping them with the mental side of just like figuring out your freshman year, or going from being a top dog at your high school to all of a sudden have to climb the totem pole again as a freshman in college, and figuring out the academics of it. And then the Mental Health Playbook was just, giving athletes the space to figure out, who they are outside of the sport. And there's no, better time to figure that out while they're in college. So, just doing that, you know what I mean? Creating a space and a platform, and just sharing my stories to help these young men grow out here.
Hey, heard that, man. Heard that. Real quick, man, just to ask, because you've been working, you know what I'm saying? I've seen you do what you do. You do a lot of public speaking. Do you also work with young women athletes, young female athletes, and do you work with non-athletes?
Yeah, man. I actually do, man. I definitely started venturing into the space of just like, speaking on leadership when it comes to businesses and stuff like that. And because I think that's important too, all of us have leadership skills, but it's just honing it in and making sure that we're learning how to lead the right way. I know from my experience, I wasn't the best leader when I was in college. So just learning on the back end and just learning to meet people where they are and to bring them where you want them to be, and just like seeing the best in them, and, and helping people to become the best version of themselves. And also enjoy working with female athletes as well, man. Allowing them the space to share their story, because their journey is a little bit different from ours. You know what I mean? So, because they don't always have a pro sport to go to, so they kind of have an idea of where they want to go professionally after that, like career wise. But definitely helping them navigate, those college years.
I'm so sorry, bro. You're saying very important things, but. This is a huge digression. First of all, okay, gotta honor it. Guys, to thank you sincerely. Everybody that's watching, this is not an undermining of what Trav is doing, but what
you know what, we're gonna chop. It's just the 99th episode.
Is it exactly like
my dog Dub's gonna be serious on the 100th episode, bro? My man gonna be up wide awake.
With this 99th, man, because I was locked in, bro. That's why I asked the follow up. Now I was not locked in. Is this the technology over there, and there it is. You muted, but there it is, boss.
Perfect.
Hey, look, Trav, as really before you started, the camera was hating on Dub mainly because of probably last recording and how hot his streak was, and the universe was like, we gotta settle this down.
We gotta calm this nigga down.
We gotta calm this nigga down, and basically put him on the Dateline blur,
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, hopefully during production.
Yeah. And so he held it down. I'm not gonna lie, he held it down for 3/4 of your response, and it was great. And then he made a couple moves, veteran moves, to get the mic to the camera to do what it was supposed to do. It did not respond, and he gave
Yeah, bro.
up.
Yeah, you saw it too, right? I was like, yeah, all right. Yeah.
And at that
So
point,
yeah,
I couldn't
we
help
were listening.
but
I
laugh
was
because
listening.
I'm like, hey, we
I
all
was
are gonna go
listening.
through this show with a blurred out 20 on the screen, which probably was Trav's idea.
That's just witness protection, dub. That's all that was, bro.
Yeah, boy, I was wondering what that was, boy. I thought I hit a
Come
filter
back
or
with a
something.
distorted voice.
Yeah, well,
Hey
you
man,
know,
hey, this is the first time we've had Trav on, and it doesn't feel like that. This is good. This is good. Yeah, one thing before we get to the episode. No, I'll save it for the end. Something that Dub said, something that Tony said at the beginning that I definitely want to platform. But let's get into the episode today. This phrase has been on the list for a while. I'm an indoctrinated young man. And this is the first season. I think this is the first season that I gotta look back. This is the first season we haven't mentioned, or at least haven't mentioned twice, the devil. We haven't mentioned him. But what we are gonna do today is mention praise. I wish I had an organ, but I don't have an organ button. So this today's phrase was something I've had, and then I'm like, the way Trav moves, the way Coach Trav inspires, motivates. And then we were actually having a conversation one day, a post-production or pre-production conversation, however you want to look at it. And this like idea came up, and I was like, it would be great to explore with my dog, my two dogs. So without further ado, let's unveil the origin, confirm the meaning, and assess the value of practice what you preach.
And in 8 parts, I'll explain that phrase.
All right, man. Dub 20, set the tempo for us. What's your connection to it? Feelings about it?
Man, we haven't done this one.
We haven't done it. And I'm glad I haven't gotten that reaction out of you in like maybe 6 phrases.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good. That even near the end of the season, you're like, damn, we ain't do this one. The show is strong. Got a lot more to go. But how you feel about practice what you preach, man?
Oh no, man, that's oof. I feel like that's a juggernaut, man. I mean, depending on the history and where, like the origin and all that stuff is, I feel like this one right here is a very powerful, man. If I can recall, like whenever I hear it, first thing I think of is Barry White, but.
Oh, word.
Yes, bro.
That's for the coach.
Yes.
Oh, here I am for
you,
bro.
Telling me that. Yes, bro.
Telling me that. Really? That's what, hey, listen,
bro. That's 35 years of brotherhood right there, man.
Dude, listen, man. Listen, bro. If you put Barry White on right now, you tell by the first 2 seconds of the intro, even though the intro is going to be 5 minutes, it's a Barry White song. And I'm telling you, man, practice what you preach. One of my favorite Barry White songs, and I'm keeping it light because obviously it has a little bit more effect on me growing up. But just off the top, that's exactly what I related to.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah,
you know what? You know why I love this show?
Yeah.
I love this show because asking this question, like to pop the show off, is so like it's not asking you to fuck with the phrase. It's not asking. It's just like, what do you think of? What's your connection? And sometimes it's, hey, I want to talk about what I think it means, and other times it's today, where it's like, no, it reminds me of Barry White.
Yeah,
and that's why this shit's so powerful. Coach Trav, your thoughts, feelings, connections to practice what you preach.
That was my first thought. But at the same time, too, I heard the song recently and it just clicked, like what he's actually talking about in the song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like...
Tell the audience. Don't assume.
Listen, we was listening to it before. We was came out to understand what this dude is talking about.
Right. So now, like recently, when I heard "Practice What You Preach," oh, he's talking about the chick. Like, yo, you selling wolf tickets? Like, show me. Here I am, baby. Practice what you preach. So yeah, bro. It's
telling me this, telling me that.
telling me this, telling me that. Right. Show me. You know what I'm saying? Practice what you preach. Now that's just crazy, bro. We had similar thoughts, but at the same time, when we were kids, like we would be singing these songs, but not knowing what he's talking about. So it's almost like we're hearing it in the second phase of life and actually understanding what Mr. White was talking about. So yeah.
Heard you. Oh, my bad, y'all. My bad. This for both you and 20.
And that's all I have to say about that.
This one. For me, I didn't go Barry White. That's how indoctrinated I am. Now, it did register as soon as y'all said it. As soon as. But for me, the part that stands out with this phrase is the preach part and not the practice part. And it's because, like you said with the wolf tickets, it's a lot of talkers out there, man. And so whenever I hear practice what you preach, I'm automatically going with, this is something that you're saying because somebody is lying or not. They've already not done what they was running their mouth about. Like, and top 4. Like I have like maybe a list of, 20 would be a stretch, but I'm gonna say 20, no pun. Top 20 like things that Mario don't fuck with, and the list is strong. No outside things get on the list. I'm not bothered by a lot, but that 20, I'm bothered.
Yeah.
This is like top 4 of bothering Mario is like, you said this to me. You're doing this. Now, it don't automatically have to be something affiliated with me, but mostly I hate if I'm involved. Like if somebody's like talking and they don't live up to their raps, like if they don't live their raps, cool. I will say, hey, that nigga doesn't live up to their raps. Duly noted. Never really get involved. If I'm already involved, I'm like, nigga, stop preaching. Stop preaching altogether. Stop. So that's me.
And that's all I have to say about that.
You don't even want to practice after that. Just
no, yeah. I don't. The practice means nothing to me if we got to get to the point where practice what you preach comes into play. Not like practice. That's how I will turn into Allen Iverson. Practice. You ain't even got to practice around me. We're not talking about the game. We're talking about practice what you preach.
I think Kanye, he kind of evolved it for me too as well. Now I'm like, don't say you will, then play you will. Like, don't say you will, then play you will. You know what I'm saying? Like don't say you about it, and then if you really not about it. You know what I'm saying? Like don't. I feel like I'm more beforehand. I'll say it. I'll say it before I even let you preach. Hold on.
You will 100%, 1,000%, G. 1,000%, you will be like, before you say anything to me.
Before you say anything else. Please be wary of what you're saying right now.
Because you're going to have to do it. Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Make sure your shoes is tied. I throw that out real quick before you even. Hey, listen now. Hit me now. Before you do anything. Just to get this one understood. You're going to have to walk it. You're going to have to walk it.
You're going to have to walk it.
You're going to have to walk it. Before because I feel the energy where you're going. I feel where you're going. I'm just letting you know you're going to have to get there.
You go hit the pylon or something, right? Like, that's crazy, man. Before we get into the history and shit. Yeah. Before we get to the history and shit, it's like, that's a double-edged sword, which we haven't done yet, of working with 20 and I. That's the double-edged sword of it. It's like, I'm like, hey, I'll let you tell me anything.
Yeah.
You tell me anything. It's that once you say it, I'll just be waiting. I'll wait it out. I'll wait. I'll give it that, and I call it this.
Mario.
I think I tell I haven't told you this, Trav. I've told 20 a few times. I don't know if I use it specifically this. You could tell me. Runway. I give a lot of runway, dog. Like, okay, you're going to take this plane off or not? Like you said. So here's the runway for you to, hey, maybe life is hard. Maybe blah, blah, blah. Here's the runway. Eventually that motherfucker going to have to get in the air, right? But I'll let you say it. Now on the front end, 20 is like,
hey, don't be calling me for this plane. If you ain't gonna... Don't be calling me for this plane.
Hey, so it sounds like Mario, like that Fast and Furious movie where they had the endless runway when it was that plane just like 30 minutes on the runway, bro, before it even took off.
That's what I'll give you. That's what I'll give you. So that if it don't take off, like I said with the don't even worry about ever having a plane. Like I'll never worry about flying on your airline. Yeah. If after all the runway I done gave, you know what, pimp? Yeah. I'm not gonna tell you no way about like how your plane business rolls. You got one extra seat on that bitch now. You got somebody can sit in my seat, bro. Whereas Dove is like, do not put this flight on your website if y'all don't go there.
Don't. Especially if I had to put it on my itinerary. If it made the itinerary Playboy, oh, this shit better take off. This shit better take off. But I feel like both of us have the similar end game. Like we'll quietly protest against anything that we don't like. You know what I'm saying? We'll quietly protest, but like you would never get our services ever again. But I just feel like the way you get that response, I'm more before, and you definitely more like after type shit. Like you definitely give grace, way more grace than I give, and I feel like that's why we have a great partnership, because I take the grace away, and it's like more like a, yeah, you're gonna have to earn this, Playboy. Like you got to show me that you deserve this grace that I'm giving.
The grace is on the back end, man. I respect that, bro.
You let them lose their grace.
Yeah, you can. Where'd your grace go? I gave you a shit ton of grace. Where the hell? Hole in your pocket, nigga. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into the meanings of this, man. We ain't even get into the history yet. Great convo already. Merriam Webster, back cemented. They say or define practice what you preach as to act according to the way one tells other people to act. And then we got Cambridge Dictionary that says or defines it as to do the things that you advise other people to do. And then Oxford defines it as do what one advises others to do. All right, Trav, we'll start with you here. Any of the three stand out? Any words in any of the three stand out? Anyone you lean towards more? What's up?
What was the first one?
Merriam-Webster said to act according to the way one tells other people to act.
That stands out. But at the same time, it put me in the thought process too. Like some people don't always do it. You know what I'm saying? Like more people don't practice what they preach, or they're in the act of practicing what they preach. Because it's like it feels like they're all learning as we go. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like one of those things where you're constantly evolving and trying to get there. You know what I mean? So that's what it means. That's what it means to me when I hear that.
All right. Never had nobody pick Merriam-Webster in a long time.
Yeah, I was going to say, and not even just the hate, but are you picking it because it's Merriam-Webster?
Yeah, like question, like is it just because it's familiar?
Nah, I think what it was is just like that was the first one I heard, and it just kind of sent me into it, like just thinking about it. You know what I'm saying?
That would, to me, you're saying chronological, but to me it sounds like.
Hey man, give me some grace, bro. Give me some runway here.
It sounds like you're going with big business. It sounds like you're going with big pharma right here, brother. It sounds like you're going with big pharma right here, brother. You got to be on the show more. Now, you know what that is, Mario? He has to be on the show.
That was a rookie move.
Correct.
No, it's not a rookie move. It's one of those things where, you know, me and Mario has already debunked. I don't want to say debunked, but fell from grace from Webster, Merriam-Webster, because we know it's just a brand, just like any other thing is just a brand. And it's like, don't you push that brand on me if I don't want that brand to be pushed on me.
Exactly. What's the definition for real? Don't just
What's the real definition? Don't give me the King James version.
Yeah, like just that's the only Bible out there.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
Trav. So no, it's not a rookie move. It's just one of those. You're blind. We just got to lead you to the light. That's all.
That's all. There you go. There you go.
There you go.
20. Where you at, boss? Which one?
I am delivered.
I am delivered.
I'm
gonna see if I can find that clip. I'm definitely clipping that in.
Right. Just the drop. The drop would just be funny. Just all of a sudden, when somebody get it, I am delivered.
Hey.
Oh, man.
So many angles. Which one, bro? Which one you rocking with, if any?
Cambridge, man. Cambridge. I think Cambridge kind of got. I think was it dictionary, right?
No, Oxford in this thing.
I think Oxford kind of piggybacked off of Cambridge a little bit because it was pretty much saying the same thing. But I think Cambridge kind of hit it a little bit more with the attitude that I would have. You know what I'm saying? Like Cambridge sounded like it had a little stank on it when they said, "Hey man, just doing everything that you know what I'm saying." I don't know if because of how you read it, but it just gave a little bit more of that attitude, like, don't be out here saying stuff and you ain't doing stuff though. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I'm going Cambridge mainly because Oxford did seem like they said what Cambridge say. So I'm discrediting Oxford this time around. Again, I am fully and openly biased against Merriam Webster. I also think this is, I don't know if I've ever said this on published air, which will be published. I think they've undermined us a few times on social media. I think that. And I'll take that conspiracy all the way back to 2010, when Kanye West stole Dub's mixtape title. And ever since then, I believe it all. And I know that it happens. I know big accounts come and take from small accounts ideas all the time. I know for a fact that happens. And I just want to say that there was never any tournament talk. There was never anything like that with words and shit till our random tournament in 2021. And all of a sudden, me and Webster are doing some crazy stuff online. And I'm like, oh, y'all, okay. And that's why.
The brand.
The brand's a brand, dog. They never hit us up. Anyway, I'm going with Cambridge because they use the word advise instead of tell. Advise seems a little more like, you think you're a pro. You think you have authority over this.
Exactly.
But you can't make a left-handed layup. And I'm not going. I'm not going, dog. I'm never going. That's one of the things that was a trouble. I don't know, Trav, I wish you was around when we was watching ball on Sundays. It would be me, 20, and the fellas and the 416. And because we all played at a relatively high level, we will watch professionals play, and we would be like, hey, man, are you a pro or not? Why aren't you able to do that? You know what I'm saying? Certain players like, and we get how difficult things are, so it's relative, but it's like, why aren't you able to do that? So if you're going to talk to me, you got to be able to do it, especially if you come off as a pro, which advise makes me think of.
Right.
All right, man. Let's get to the history of this thing.
Before you do that, Mario, I feel like Merriam Webster is talking down on it. It's like how it's like, oh, I'm gonna tell you what to do.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
As opposed to Cambridge, it's like, yeah, you might be, and it's like that's kind of like when you do say it too as well. It's like when people are supposedly on a higher level than you or above you, and you're kind of looking at them for guidance or looking at them for the right way or whatever the case may be. So it's like, bro, like you're supposed to be out here teaching the youth, or you're supposed to be out here, making sure everybody else is right when you're not even doing the right thing. And I feel like that's when you mostly hear it or say it, when it's someone that is supposed to be in a leadership position or supposed to be in a role that shows the right example when they're not. So.
Absolute, man. Hell yeah. Let's get into it, dog. Let's get into it because you just hit something right there. A perfect little segue.
Where'd that come from?
All right, man. The first expression of the saying came in the Roman playwright Titus, Maccius, Plautus.
Yeah, you're right.
Back then, dog. Niggas, that's probably a football player named that right now. In the comedy, Asinaria in Act 3, Scene 3, in the exact passage says, "Practice yourself what you preach." Now, before we get into the play, Titus, Maccius, Plautus was a Roman playwright of the Old Latin period, so super, super, super long ago in the BCs. And his comedies are the earliest Latin literary works to survive in their entirety. So a lot of folks, their works are broken up, and we have to guess. His are completely salvaged from that time. And he wrote Palliatia Commedia, which is a genre devised by the innovator of the Latin literature. So he's basically like number 2 behind Latin literature. Like he's the second guy up who created Latin literature. And the word Plautine refers to his own works, Plautus' own works, and the works that he influenced, one of which was William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare is a huge Plautus, has huge Plautus influence, and is probably his number 1 like inspiration. So it's interesting there. I'm just going to quickly digress. The reason why Shakespeare has a tree and doesn't really come from a tree like he seems like an innovator is because he actually chose one of the earliest Latin literature creators to be influenced by, which in turn in English makes him extremely unique. So that's kind of, that will explain like for all those Shakespeare haters. And I think I've been over time, over the seasons with the research we've done, Dub.
I was just about to say it's probably because of the research, but
yeah, like Shakespeare's my guy, dog. Like
we give Billy and Shakespeare his due on here.
It's
just always the next week somebody come and I'm like, man, this nigga.
Exactly.
So Mario, you were saying before you wasn't really rocking with Shakespeare like that, but you are now.
It was just like, you know, like anything from the past, you gotta like double check, fact check. Like, is he who he say he is? You know what I'm saying? We're a big Edison, trip Thomas Edison up. We're big on that here because he's not who people say he was. He was just a man that could pay for patents, pretty much. And you know, actually Shakespeare is actually an innovator. He's actually like a one of one, and his one influence, or his main influence, is a guy that is one of the earliest written literature folks of all time. So I'm like, that makes sense to me when I read this.
That's dope. Hey, not to throw us off randomly, what's your favorite? You got a favorite Shakespeare piece or play?
I can't remember it, so to speak. Not so to speak. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I do know that the play that he wrote that created, I forgot the dude's name, that hated on him to create the phrase "Jack of all trades." That's probably one of my favorite like stories of Shakespeare, and it's a play that like he wrote when he was young, and it blew up. So I can't remember the play, but I do remember the feeling it gave me when I was reading that research and sharing it with the folks. And actually, Mike St. Rochelle was on that episode, and yeah, that's probably my favorite one. He got a lot though. He got a lot. He got a lot of phrases. So this play is famous for containing lines. I'm not going to say them in Latin, but translated, a man is a wolf rather than a man to another man when he hasn't yet found out what he's like. This play also has practice yourself what you preach, and then it also has you must spend money to make money. I did not know that was that old. Now we may do that, and we'll come back to it, but I did not know you got to spend money to make money was a BC phrase.
Wow,
that's crazy. And it comes from.
I could have swore it was like maybe early 80s.
Yeah, right, right. Like you would have to have some type of like 80s. Economy, right?
Exactly, right.
To say that, but to have the forethought of like in BC saying you got to spend money to make money is pretty impressive.
Got to spend them shillings.
Yeah. Hey man, let's talk about the scene real quick. So there's a kid named Agrippius. He's a young lover, and he's finally granted access to the beloved Philanium thanks to the money his father's slaves have obtained through trickery. Now, again, Roman slaves are different. Roman slaves are different. Like I got to put that out there. Like Roman slaves are people that are in debt. They're not like human chattel. Like it's people that are in debt and have to work their way out of debt. Through Clarita, Philanium's the girl that old buddy likes, his mom sets up a payment like, hey, you can date my daughter if you make this payment. And the dad was like, all right, I'll get it. But he made the slaves do it to get the money. And the scene centers on the joyful reunion of the dude and the daughter getting together. But the beneath that joy is the dramatic irony that the audience knows, but the kids don't, that the money was used to buy their time together from his father, who was scheming to make the affair happen, even though the father is like, hey, be a good guy, be a good, like raising his son, be a good person, don't cheat, don't steal, don't blah. Meanwhile, he on the back end like, man, for me to get my son the best woman, I gotta go, I gotta do some things that normally wouldn't happen to make this happen. So it really highlights like he preaches obedience and virtue, but he's like moves in a corrupt way, so he fails to practice what he preaches. So let's talk about that conflict for a moment. I'll start with you, Trav. What does it look like to you? Like, what does integrity mean for you when, like, let's say you got something you desire real bad and that conflicts with like a basic principle of yours? How does that work for you? And what do you honor in those moments? Be real too.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna take some thought to do things the right way, bro. It's tough. We've been raised to do it the right way all the time, but sometimes when the devil presents that platter to you and that thing looking good, you might take that bait, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll preach to do the right thing all the time, but man, when it's in your face, bro, it's gonna be tough and challenging. But I know for me, I would just, I would try my best to stay true to it, man, because that just it's already knowing that these challenges are going to come to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of have to know that in the back of your mind already. So when you do get met with the temptation or to go the wrong way with something, like if you already know like this is what's going to be presented, then you should be able to make the better decision. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that, bro. But for me, I'm gonna probably stay true to my virtues, man, and just do the right thing. But just to sit here and say that I won't be tempted, nah, I ain't gonna lie and do that. You know what I'm saying? So
Heard that.
Yeah.
Heard that.
So you don't have a specific.
You knew where I was going, nigga. Like, cool. Thanks for
I thought that's what you was going to.
Thanks for the in general, Trav. Thanks for the in general. I appreciate that. We're in season 5, man. So we need I'm gonna give you a chance to reset. 20. What you got, man? What you got? What? Give me something where you're like, I stand on this, but this came up, and I was like, I mean, let me see if I got something while you scrambling.
Well, okay, just off the top, man. One of these, I used to play cards with Chauncey Billups, and
Never took it.
man, I swear, dog, I swear, man. One of these days, I was playing cards with Chauncey Billups, dog, and just. I noticed her. I was like, man, this dude he's going all in on 2 foes. Like, he had 2 foes. The nigga going all in on 2 foes. And I was just like, in my moral compass, I was like, something ain't right. But I still won, so I was like, fuck that
shit. Yeah. Dog, that's real. That's real. Like, I mean, for me, I'm going to go as recent as I can because I'm sure there's plenty. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go where I had a failing. I'm going to go where I failed to meet my principles with my desires, right? I'm actually going to go out on a limb, which we also haven't done. And I'm going to say there was a time. You was there, I think, for this, 20. We was doing, Milo had just got on the scene. Tom Mislinski, one of the best strength conditioning coaches in the history of sports. I don't give a damn. And we got introduced to these morning workouts. It was not a Robert Morris staple, but here he come with this real shit.
Not at all.
And we go do this thing. And OB, his birthday was yesterday. Rest in peace, my dog. I love you. He was taking it serious. Now, mind you, I have been starting since my freshman year. This is my junior year. I'm supposed to be taking it serious too. But like me and the group was like, we were not first. We were nowhere near last, but we were not first. So we all like kind of like in a way like held each other down. Like, all right, we're going to stay in this front of this pack, but you know what I'm saying? We ain't got to like go hard. You know what I'm saying? We all relatively good athletes. Like that's why we hung. So OB is hitting that bitch though. We had like maybe like 9 laps or some silly shit. OB killing that shit. So he running and he like kind of mumbling at our group like, man, y'all niggas is bullshitting, right? And none of us said nothing. We kind of laughing. Again, it's early, 6 a.m. And me, being the man of conflict that I am, I said to that nigga, I said, bro, were you training for Athens, Greece? What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you training for Athens, nigga? You training for Athens? So I'm like, what's the word, bro? What is the word, man? Why are you acting like that? And he was like, no, that's weak. That was weak, bro. That was weak, bro. And that was a moment where principle, like, I was a hard worker, like, notoriously, like, I was a hard worker. Everybody knew, like, I would go get extra reps, all that stuff. Nobody in the crew would ever undermine that. Nobody in the crew would ever make fun of me for that. Like, everybody supported, like, that I wanted to get there or whatever. But at that moment, I was like, man, I'm with these niggas. Like, it's 6 o'clock. I want to do well enough, but get up out of here. And here come OB. And mind you, he didn't start at the time. Now, he should have been in politics there, but he didn't start at the time setting an example. And I didn't meet that principle that I actually believe in, because I would rather have, like, just, no, we in this together, kicking it with the crew. I'd rather not burn out, because I'm planning on going back to sleep, because it's going to depend on if I go to my 9 o'clock, how tired I am from this work.
His workout, exactly.
It's funny. Looking back at it, I could definitely relate to that, bro, because my time at Howard University as an athlete, I felt like I always did I didn't do my best every day. I would just roll out of bed, you know what I'm saying? So now as a coach, like, preaching to these kids, you want to give it your best at all times. Like, the reason why I'm preaching that, because I remember what I did, and there's, that what if, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want kids to live with that what if. So I go back and preach differently, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, give it your all every rep, because you don't want to feel like you didn't give it your all at the end of it. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes being rolled out of bed good is a curse, man. You know what I mean? You can just roll out and just, do something impressive and go back to bed. Like, was it your best? Nah, but these niggas still impressed. So
yeah,
good enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No lie.
Yeah, and that honestly was my mentality some days, especially doing those summer workouts, 5:30 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I can get in shape in 2 weeks. I ain't got to be the best today. I know by the end of it, I'm going to be the best. So now when I'm, working with these kids and talking to them, like, technically preaching, you want to be your best at all times. So yeah, that'll be my story on that.
No, that's real, man. That's real. Just to close that loop, though, like, one, I do want to shout out 20 real quick, because he be modest with he give his football stories, but he give it from the angle of, like, Miami to Robert Morris. He don't really give his angle from Robert Morris, mainly because he probably hates Pittsburgh. Now,
no, I don't actually, man. And whenever somebody says, listen, man, I always say that's my second favorite city I've ever been to.
Hell yeah. No, the city's great.
Second favorite city. So it's like I got love for it. I do. It's just where I'm from, it kind of trumps a lot of spots, man. So it's like, yes. you rarely hear it, you rarely hear it. But no, I just, you know what it is, brother? It's one of those situations where I guess I do feel like there was a lot of things that I left on the table.
I'm gonna bring one up, so hopefully you're good.
Yeah, I figured you are.
I'm gonna bring one up, so hopefully you're set.
No, I don't bring it up a lot because I feel like I left a lot of shit on the table.
Okay, fair. Well,
how much stuff I left.
I love you, my friend. I'm bringing it up, and
go ahead.
If you got a storm off set, feel free. I'll never forget, because I transferred back to Robert Morris my sophomore year. I ended up trying to finesse it, ended up ineligible. So we had a game on Fox Sports. Dub's first game, 20's first game starting. And nigga balled out of control. I'd never seen it. Because 20 was definitely like, I'm a natural talent and I work hard, but I'm not about to work the hardest. Like, you niggas is crazy. Like, that was 20. Like,
you know what stopped me? Okay, hold on. You know what stopped me? I'll say this.
Hey, speak. You're here. You're here to speak for yourself.
The elements that stopped, bro. If it was cold, forget about it. Yeah. If it was cold, if it was like, the elements is really what, and I never, because I never saw myself outside of, like, that Miami kid. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, that's another thing that I always say I left on the table, because I didn't give it everything that I should have, because I was like, man, it's this, it ain't here, it ain't that, it ain't this. You know what I'm saying? I was just going, first time I seen snow, first time I got on a plane was college. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Real. Now to give you yours, you balled out of control, nigga. Like
I appreciate
to the
that,
point
man.
where, and you, I don't know if you've ever gotten to watch like the playback, because I'll tell you, like they was, if them announcers loved you. I don't know if it was because you was from Miami and it was an up north announcer.
That's probably what it is.
They was
That's probably what it
Chris
was.
Williams again. I'm like, damn, I know the nigga live next door to me and he's good guy. Good guy, but goddamn. No, I wasn't hating. I was very proud. I was very proud of my homie. So like that. I just want to say like that's the natural talent that we were all dealing with while also like not being in front of the pack. So I just wanted to ground that by saying like, no, 20 was like that too. He just broke his foot literally that game, and it was it was like I said, whatever he left on the table, but he broke his foot that game, and then or in practice the next whatever, and then to full circle or close the loop on like that mentality and it showing up. So that was my that was after that season they brought Milo in. We were doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was nice, so like just good enough or whatever. We have our junior year. I had a pretty good year, I'm not gonna lie. But not a good enough year to do what I really wanted to do, which was leave. Which was go make money playing the sport. So I stayed, but during that off season, Nolf, and I think you was gone by this time, 20, Nolf came to the table, a calf table, and this one he was a GA. He played with us our freshman year. He was a GA my freshman year. And he was like, Mario, like just watching the tape, like, yeah, obviously you're nice. And I'll never forget this statement, and it changed my life for real. He said, yeah, we got big plans for you next year. My thing is, if we wanted to get you the ball every play, would you be ready? He asked me that at the table. He was like, because there was a certain couple plays where like it looked like to us knowing you kind of took the play off, or you didn't go 100. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay. Now I've echoed that story to 1,000 young athletes and then people. Like if you really want to be the one, could you be the one? If the world called on you to be the one, if you want to be a star podcaster, could you fulfill potting all the time? Could you do that? If you want to be the star, can you answer that call? And so that's where I'm like, all right, I definitely got to practice what I preach here. All right, we running long. Let me speed us up.
Shout out to Jake Nolf before we go, bro. Jake Nolf, shout out to Jake.
Ain't that real? Ain't that some real shit to say?
Bro, he was one of those. I would say this. We had a lot of guys that were like anywhere guys that you could just put, like they came for, that was the first time I've seen like cats actually change positions in college. Like we had guys that came in as quarterbacks, ended as linebackers, came in as quarterbacks, ended as safeties, corner type of deal. And it was like, I feel like Jake Nolf was one of those ones that just like you can just put him anywhere. And just because his work ethic, he's going to master that spot and give you the best. And just a great guy off the field too as well. He's a coach now, man. And he's actually a coach at a college inside of the same conference as Robert Morris. So they kind of like
shout out Nolf, dog.
Oh yeah, bro. Shout out Nolf, man.
Shout out Nolf.
And just to kind of add, and I'm gonna close it out, really make it quick.
Make it quick.
Somebody can say one thing that kind of just shifts your whole perspective. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he did for you that one day. Like it just opened your mind up completely. Like, you know what? Let me go ahead and take this thing serious. And that's all it takes for a coach, just to say that one thing to one person.
Yep. Yeah. You just got to be in a place to receive it. Kind of like you said in episode 2, where you was like, am I in a place to receive that? And I think I was at that time after going through that junior year where you're like, you did good, but you going back to play. Yeah. So how good were you? You know what I'm saying? All right, let's move from BC to where 20 was mentioned in the feeling of it, where your connection to it / the definition. Let's go to the Bible. Jesus said it. Matthew 23:3. Jesus was criticizing the scribes and Pharisees because they didn't want to practice what they were taught. He said, all therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do. But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. So he said, hey, for people that do what they say, do what they say. But people that don't do what they say, don't listen to them. That's literally what Jesus said. Don't listen to people that don't do what they say. Don't do it. They don't practice what they preach. Now, Matthew 23, Jesus delivers a passionate and controversial speech in Jerusalem, and it's often called the 7 woes, or the denunciation of the scribes and Pharisees, where he's speaking to both crowds, his disciples and other folks, and he was criticizing religious leaders for their hypocrisy, and he exposes how they prioritize appearances, status, and public praise over genuine faith and compassion and humility, which I'm down with the real humility, not so much down with the other humility, the fake one that is for appearances. So Jesus warns that outward show of righteousness masks inner corruption and pride, and he used a vivid metaphor, whitewashed tombs and all that. So basically, in essence, Matthew 23 is a powerful call to authentic integrity and humility, to practice what you preach and let your faith be seen through action and not just religious performance. So Dub 20, outward appearances are at an all-time high. Like good acts of outward appearance. Social media to blame is where I would go.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Give your thoughts on like just the idea of like how social media has impacted this, and does it impact you?
Nope.
No, it doesn't. I could have answered that myself,
no.
but I would like for you to expound.
Listen, man, only because I would say this is where this phrase hold dear to my heart, because a lot of things on social media aren't what they seem, you know? And once once the colors, fade, it's like you can really tell. Now I can tell. Now I can see it. And it's like, now, okay, are you, what is this, guilty by association? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's majority of how I feel about social media. It's like, yeah, man, these pictures look nice, but they're still pictures. They don't tell the moment. I think that was, I can't believe I'm about to quote Pink, but one of her that family portrait song that Pink had was just like really what it was about. That's my whole demeanor when it comes to these social medias. It's like, yeah, man, you guys look good on the picture. You guys look all happy together. Then next week, you got a whole timeline of, oh, F this bitch, F this. I can't believe I said F, and then but I said bitch.
Well, no.
That's like, so that's real some SEC type shit. That's like when it shows they blank out the words, then say the N word, shit like that. Like, it's like, oh, okay. But yeah, that's kind of like what it was. It's like, for me, it is that sense. Like, okay, this majority of the stuff that I see on social media, I feel like is a fake version of what everybody lives, regardless. So, because ain't nobody putting like nowadays you see like the bad things on social media now, because that's really what everybody wants to see. But before, it was just like, okay, oh, let me take this picture of me and my boo on date night, but y'all been arguing in the car the whole time. The whole ride, Playboy, the whole ride. So, so my answer is also no.
Yeah, no. I mean, that is a good rundown of it, and you aren't impacted by it. Like, it's impressive because you're in a place,
yeah, I try my best, bro.
Like you're in a city.
It's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard.
I want to say, like, you're in a place where like you can get real far before the rope runs out on like moving for outward appearances only where you're at. Like you can get far to the point where you might even start believing.
Yes, bro. That's what I'm saying. You're believing it yourself. And it's like, I've seen people like that. I've seen people that actually believe the character that they're playing on social media. And it's just like, bro, like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in the industry. So it's like, I see these people, pretend as if they're spending so much, but it's really camera magic. You know what I'm saying? So camera it's like magic. It's weird to me.
Shout out to Bentley.
It's super weird to me, man. Yeah.
Word, Trav, Coach Trav.
Man, I think about it from a coach's standpoint, and I think about like when coaches get caught up in BS off the field. You know what I'm saying? Because I imagine in those locker rooms demanding the best from their players. Urban Meyer getting caught up, Rick Pitino constantly getting caught up. You know what I'm saying? And like these are guys who win championships, but off the field, they be just as wild as the players. You know what I'm saying? But, the media doesn't treat them as such. They still treat Urban Meyer and Rick Pitino as guys of gold. Like if they wanted a job right now, they could get it. But when you're an athlete, you're not really afforded that luxury. You know what I'm saying? I know they're in those locker rooms telling those guys they got to be on it on and off the field. When you leave the field, you got to do this, you got to do that if you want to be a champion. But then let's go get hammered at this bar and let's go grab some ass real quick. And that to see those coaches kind of behave that way and get caught up and like with no real repercussions is kind of like, that's an example of that to me. You know what I'm saying?
No, great call. Great call on that, man. Just piggybacking off of that real quick, strengthening that real quick is from the athlete standpoint of like seeing as a coach, you're like, man, if you don't get that social media move, I'm speaking from a receiver coach, I guess. If you don't get that social media move out of my face, like I used to tell guys all the time, like, man, that's you're looking at a high school social media move. That's going to get you nowhere while we're practicing. Like while we're actually training and while we're actually trying to get better, that's a social media move. Like you think you're seeing something, but you're not. You're not seeing anything with that. You know what I'm saying? Like what Odell actually does is not what he just did on the field of play. I can't stress that enough to you. I can't stress that enough to you that like you have to do real things that build a base outside of. Listen, I'm about to digress into some other shit, so let me go ahead and get up because I was about to turn it into the potting. You gotta have a good base. Talking shit, man. Okay, last but not least, how it got to English for real was it didn't become like the modern version as we know it in English. Obviously, like King James Version was the one I read, but that was in Arabic and then Latin in the BC. So English in 1678 was the first time. So it took a while for it to like reach English. It's very old, powerful, but it took a while to reach English as we know it. And then it got cemented by Charles Dickens in the novel The Old Curiosity Shop, which was published in 1840. And it said, divines do not always practice what they preach. Now you can probably like tell from this line that it's trying to make an excuse for not practicing what you preach. And that's where you lose me. Now the line, divines do not always practice what they preach, appears in chapter 27 during a scene where Dick Schuyler is speaking with Fred Trent. The two young men are scheming to take advantage of Lil Neil and her grandfather's misfortune. Dick, who is a lazy and morally weak but humorous, uses the line to justify his own behavior, essentially excusing his willingness to do wrong despite knowing better. So it's spoken ironically because he's aware that moral leaders often fail to live up to their sermons, and he uses the hypocrisy as a way to defend his own lifestyle. So Dickens actually used that moment to make fun of society and personal hypocrisy, showing people how failures, even supposedly virtuous ones, are rationalized in people's head at any given time. So he was really saying like practicing what you preach ain't real, kind of is what Charles Dickens was going at it. So last question, I'll pop this one off, is have you used someone else's hypocrisy to excuse your own questionable choices? Now, I'll reference another Bible verse. When I was a child, I did childish things. So
now that I'm a man.
Now that I'm a man. No way do I use so. It's actually no real talk. Like, of course I have. Like, of course. Like, I would even go into. I mean, I just gave you a story of how I'm like, hey man, the top players on the team ain't sprinting around the track like some overachievers. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I'm good. But at the same time, as of now, like if I peep it, like I said at the top of the show, if I peep it, it actually cements how I feel even more. Like I don't rock with that at all. I don't like it, dog. I don't like how you can even make space for yourself to be a hypocrite. Now I get that we all have like moments of hypocrisy. Like I get that. I actually, in my weird ass brain, try not to do it. I try really hard, and it puts me in conflict a lot because I don't want to be a hypocrite. Huh?
I try with certain people.
It's a better way of putting it. Better way of putting it. But I've come to like I try to do things. That's why I said that list is 20 long or shorter, is because it's like let me stand on shit that stands up to scrutiny. So it's like I'm not going jaywalking, for instance. You will never hear me. You'll never hear me like talk shit on a jaywalker. Never gonna talk shit on a jaywalker, even if they're in the wrong jaywalking.
Yeah.
Never going to do it, because at the end of it all, I believe that stoplights and crosswalks were made for people, not the other way around. So a person should have the mind to be able to cross the street. Like, that's a tool to help me. So if you fuck up, and I might, even if I'm the driver of the car, I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to cuss at you. I get that you believe the same thing I believe. That's where I'm at with that. Hypocrisy. Do you, Tony, do you be like, hey, because Rue do it all the time.
Listen, man, like my dog Julius say off of Remember the Titans, I'ma get mine. That was all. Hey, listen, everybody, when we talk about speeches, Trav, when we went to DC, they had in the War Museum, they was doing the speeches, and you can recite the speech of Remember the Titans. Yeah, Gettysburg speech. You can recite that. But my speech would have been when he was talking to Roddy Bass. He was like, yo, you're so selfish, Julius. You could just share and go right past it, man. You leave people out behind, sound like myself. He's like, yeah, but your white friends hate about with Roddy Bass, and you know it.
Yeah, right.
Your buddies.
Worth a blood nickel.
Worth a blood nickel.
With a blood nickel, bro. He looked at us like, nah, I'm going to get mine. I'm going to get mine. And I'm like, yeah, bro, that's exactly what you're saying, dude. Like, you know, people have, when I only use it when people come at me like, yo, you ain't da 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 da. And I'm like, well, you know, like I feel a certain way because I'm like, man, you a leader. You the leader. You're supposed to be this person. You're supposed to be in this position. And you picking and choosing, you selectively choosing who you want to say something to, or if you not saying nothing to your friends, or you want to be cool with your friends instead of being just a leader. Like, yeah, man, like that. I feel like I've been through that plenty of times, man. And I'm just like, that discourages me more than anything.
That's real.
It's like, and that's why I say this phrase is gigantic, because we've all been through situations where we've maybe preached a little bit more than we can walk, than we can practice. We've been there. Or we've been in a situation where somebody's just being a total hypocrite, and it's just like, dude, like, that's not going to fly. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to fly. It's not going to help at all. It's just, all it's doing is hindering, especially if you're trying to demand something, like you're trying to Merriam Webster me. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me to do it.
Right.
Don't tell me to do it.
Don't tell me to do it, yeah.
Don't tell me to do it, especially if you're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if there's...
don't tell me to do it, period.
Period.
In quotations.
But especially,
in parentheses, especially if you're not doing it.
Especially if you're not doing it, bro. Especially if you're not doing it. So, yeah, I'm all over this one, man. And you know me, Mario, I'm like, I quick to say, hey, don't Varnell Hill me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't sell me. Don't sell me.
Don't sell me anything, actually.
Don't sell me the goat, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't sell me nothing. No, because you don't have to. I think that's what it is, Mario. With me, it's like, you don't have to. I'll respect and I'll treat you just as well as you want me to treat you. I would let you live and let live, because you don't have to do that with me. You don't have to. Now, if you choose to do that, that's when it's like, bro.
Yeah, what's up? What do you want me to buy? And you said something, bro, sorry to interrupt you. You said something to strengthen that, because you say so many things. I don't know if, like, in the episodes I'm taking them in, but they must just be so much of your wisdom day to day. But you was like, because I'm always going to go for what you show me. So if you can do it, just do it.
Yeah.
And I'll go for what you just showed me. I'll go for it. If you showed me that's what you want, I'll do it.
I'll do it. Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, man, if I'll give you every opportunity to prove yourself. I'll give you all the opportunity that you need. Like, it's just like, dude, I would never stop. I'll be like, oh, you trying to, okay, go ahead. But don't be like, yeah, this is how you do it. Let me show you how to get it.
You ain't did nothing?
Hey, bro, pay attention to me, because this is how you do it. Then all of a sudden you did. Come on, Playboy.
Yeah, like, I'm going to flush this. Trav, where you at with it, man?
Man, I see it from two perspectives. Like, I've seen it from coaches who play favorites with their guys. Like they'll yell at a player that they don't like, but then when their favorite makes the same mistake, they want to like whisper, "Hey, you can't do it that way." But if the player you don't like makes that mistake, you want to cause a whole scene. Like you want the rest of the coaching staff know, "Hey, this dude right here, he ain't getting it." You know what I'm saying? Like
Hey,
that's what I can't
listen.
stand,
You know
bro.
what? I'm guilty. You know what? Guilty,
Hey, but
dog.
Mario was one of those ones that coach had him right here. Come on.
You know what? Guilty because
I want to hell
hey,
it.
hey,
I used to hate
Trav,
that shit, bro.
Trav on
I
the
used
side.
to
Hey
hate
man, don't do
shit like
that, man.
Mario,
Like,
dog.
dude, hey Dub, like let's try to level it up here. Let's try to level it up here. Meanwhile, front of the class, this is the wrong way to do it.
Hey,
This is the
listen.
wrong.
So yeah, now you trying to embarrass Buddy in the film room. You trying to embarrass Buddy on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, even in the film room, like the players can see when your favorite make the same mistake. You don't even want to go over that. But if it's me, oh, you want to rewind, stop, rewind, pause. Hey, look. You put the laser light on them. You know what I'm saying?
Look at this.
Dog, listen, real quick, and we'll grade it and get out of here. Appreciate y'all real bad, man. Thank you for this, because story for everything, and I'm glad. So I don't know, you wasn't there for this. I don't even know if you know this story, 20. But senior year. Now, mind you, I just told y'all like I took everything very seriously. So my senior year, I took shit very seriously, and just shit wasn't going right at Robert Morris, and it just got weird. And so the defense was ass, for lack of a better word. Like, they're just sorry. And my dog, shout out to Coach Scott Benzel. Shout out to him, one of the best coaches out as well. Real dude. He fucked with me my junior year, but I think he started to see me like get upset with the defense more than he liked, right? So we started to become like butt heads because we're the same type of dude in a lot of ways. And so there was one game, bro. This is where the favorites thing come in, where the defense looked like shit, and I think I had just made a play, but whatever. And we come back, they get on the field and they give it right back up, and I said something along the lines of they suck or some shit. And I was standing right behind Benzel when I said it. And he turned around. He said, "Mario, get the fuck out of here." Right? Like, yelled at me. "Get the fuck away from me." I'm like, nigga, I stood there. And I said, and we're going to have to bleep this, underdog. I said, "Suck my to Coach Benzel, G." And he said, "What did you just say?" And I stood there, and they grabbed Coach Ferris and grabbed him, whatever. And now, again, game went on, whatever. Water under the bridge. I go back to Robert Morris. Years later, I bring some legacy kids up there. Coach Benzel's coaching for another school. I talked to him. I had emailed him at some point. I was like, "Yo, like, you're still one of my favorite people in the world. Like, my bad for that. I never got to talk to you like about that. My bad for that, for real. Like, I just respect you so much." I just randomly did that. Yeah. And so I see him there, and we dap each other up, and we're joking. So me, him, and Coach Ferris are like talking while the kids are going through this camp. And he was like, "I got to bring it up, Mario. I got to bring it up." He was like, Ferris was like, "Do you remember when?" And they was like, they started laughing. And then so Benzel was like, "I took it to Walton." I was like, "Walton, we got to do something." This kid like tells me that. And Walton says, "Well, Scott, he's a really good receiver." Crazy, dog. Let's grade this shit, man. Sorry. Let's grade this shit. Power grade. Does it impact what is said or heard? Does it get its point across? That's going to be 20. A through F grading scale. Speed grade. Is it easy or smooth to say? Flow off the tongue. I'm going to take care of that. And then guest preference all around, or a preference grade, which we're going to give to our guests, is all things considered, Trav. Whatever you think about it, whether it be including the history or not, just your general feelings. A through F, pluses and minuses count. 20. Power. Yeah, I never told you that. And I didn't know Walton did that. I'm like, my dog, rest in peace, Joe Walton, held me down. That nigga, I'm talking about Coach Walton let me do whatever, G. And it was a little enabling, but I could have been a better man sooner if it wasn't for Coach Walton.
I was just about to say, fool, like the fact that they buried that.
Buried it, bro.
The fact that they buried that is crazy. Like power grade A. All right, let me get that out the way. Power grade A, longevity, it still stands still till this day. Phenomenal. A, all right. But just to go back to what you said, that you had two Caucasian males, talking about what a black man said to one Caucasian male. The fact that the answer was, well, and I try to do it in my best Walton
Gotta do the Walton voice.
Well, he's a hell of a receiver. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, dog. It's
bro.
crazy. It's crazy. What sports, like the advantage that sports give you, the advantage of when people need you gives you, the advantage of just having up on others give you is ridiculous.
It's crazy, bro.
It's not like you, like you said, the season was probably already tanked.
Yeah. Probably like game 6 or 7, bro. For real.
It wasn't like you being on the field was going to change everything. You being on the team was going to change everything. It was not like that. Like that low key has showed how much respect that Walton had for fucking Coach B, bro. And we love all of them. Love all of them. Coach B, one of the ones that actually was there for my recruit trip, and he's really his personality is what really got me comfortable with being in Pittsburgh and going to Robert Morris. So, Coach B, thank you. But the fact that you were able to get away with saying that, dog, is crazy.
It's nuts, bro.
It's crazy, nigga, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, A+ on
Here with the speed, appreciate you, dog. Here with the speed, practice what you preach. I'm gonna give it a B+. The alliteration is there, pretty succinct. Only reason why I'm not going A-. I just don't like the what you part for some reason. Practice what you preach. I'm going A-. My bad. I'm going A-. It flows. I just don't like that the alliteration is like so far apart, two letters apart. But I'm with it. Practice what you preach. A-. All right, Trav, where you at, bro?
A+, bro. But knowing its history and how far it's come, I feel like it's more relevant today than even when it was used back then. So I give it an A+ off the strength of longevity. It flows, like you said. And yeah, man, in today's world, bro, we got a lot of frauds out here, man. So, I think you practice what you preach is a strong phrase.
A lot of frauds, social media era. All right, man. Let's do 2 more things. First, Coach Trav. A little bit more. Where can they find the mental health playbook?
Hey, man, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you know what I mean? I'm here. You can find me on social media, Coach Trav59. Mental Peace Performance, you can find me on X. So, yeah, man, reach out, hit me up. I'm a DM away, and I respond. So, yeah.
And I respond because he's not just doing it for social media clout. All right, man. Now, last thing we got. Here you go, 20. I pass you the rock.
The Dictionary of Misinformation.
Here we go, Coach Trav. We have our Dictionary of Misinformation. What we do is we ask our guests to give us a letter. All right. And whatever letter you give, Mario's going to look through the dictionary and grab some information that we've been misinformed about. So A through Z, whichever letter you want, we're going to figure it out.
T for Trav. Let's do it.
So predictable, everybody.
Yeah, right. Oof. Yeah, Mario, I ain't never heard that story.
Yeah, bro. I kind of buried it myself, dog, because it actually is one of my these shining moments, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I wonder what it was like for the coaches, like how he felt, bro. I probably would have been ready to go
everybody too to hear SMD in front of everybody.
It's actually insane, bro. Like while he's trying to coach, talking shit on his defense, and then for him to rightfully say, "Man, watch out, you're not being a leader," and for me to respond with that by That was not my best moment, dog.
But you know what? When you think about coaching, though, like when you're in a fire like that in the middle of war, like stuff like that happens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you got to keep your cool. For me, it's going back to the coach's office and then the head man not really responding or thinking much about you to do something about it. That hits even harder. Like sometimes in the middle of adversity, you expect an exchange every once in a while. That happens. You know what I'm saying? Like you frustrated, he frustrated, words gone. It just said that when things calm down, and I mentioned it, and he's just like, well, hey, he's a hell of a receiver, so you just got to eat it. Like, I would have probably been ready to throw hands after that.
Hell of a receiver, you just got to take that to the face. Defense was sucking dick. What do you want from me? What you want from me?
Maybe you needed to, Scott. Maybe you needed to. The defense will play better. Your DBs will play better. All right, man. We got thumb sucking to go with the theme. Thumb sucking. Thumb sucking causes bad bites. In fact, children need the sucking action until the age of 3 to develop the muscles and bones of the face, and also for psychological health. Most bad bites that have been blamed on thumb sucking come from a faulty swallowing pattern called a tongue thrust. In this pattern, begun at birth, the tongue goes forward, snake-like, during the thousands of swallows a day instead of moving in a normal upward and backward direction. So we be like, oh, no. And I was one. This help. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever come out with another little one, but I definitely was like, no. You know what I'm saying? Get that, no thumb sucking, no, get the pacifier quick because of the teeth. But no, they need that to have a strong face.
Wow.
Huh.
What do you know? All right.
$1,000 swallows a day. What the fuck?
You're swallowing now. You got to look at your kids and see if they're swallowing wrong. What your tongue doing in there?
I'm over here counting my swallows.
Leave us with something, boss.
Listen, man. If you're gonna preach, just practice it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy to take the second step. I feel like when you're preaching, you're taking that first step. Just to practice it, take that second step. So don't be afraid to take that second step.
Heard you.
That's all I got.
Hey, Mario.
All right, what I'm going to say before I get into what I usually say, I'm going to say that to piggyback off that, like I put a tweet out there once. I said, hey, if you catch me talking, I probably already done it. But if I'm doing it, you might catch me talking about it. And that's how I feel about practice what you preach, that I'll always be doing it before I'm preaching it. And the only time you're going to hear me preaching it is if I'm either currently doing it or have already done it. All right. What I can do, what I would love to preach to you about so that you can practice is visiting us at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube for the visuals. We are brought to you by the Underdog Podcast Network. Go subscribe, like all that stuff. Go to appraisethephrase.com for our journals, for the kids stuff, for the other shows, Mental Health Playbook, our digital partners, stuff like that, 10-15 Challenge, Circle the Block, all that. And if you don't want to do none of that, shame on you. But at least remember that value is in the eye of the appraiser. We will check y'all next week for our 100th episode. All right, now.
Yeah, like.
I was waiting for it, bro.
Yeah.